One of the best times of the year is this weekend because it's going to be the Global Go Fest in Pokemon Go. So I hope you guys are ready to break down some of the top tips, tricks, and strategies to make sure you guys fully succeed in this global event that will bring brand new shinies, great bonuses, and a lot of fun. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. Global Go Fest is one of my favorite times of year, and that's going down this weekend on Saturday, August 26th, starting at 10 a.m. And that will be running all the way until 6 p.m. And then it's going to do the exact same thing on Sunday. So we have 2 total days. Day number 1 is going to focus around spawns in hour increment habitats. So every hour it's going to change up for 4 hours, and then it's going to repeat itself. And on Sunday, you're going to get a grand total of all the spawns happening in the wild, but there's going to be a focus on the Mega Rayquaza. And this weekend, I will be in Chicago, Illinois. So on day 1, I will be playing the spawns in the Lincoln Park Zoo. So if you guys do want to come out, I will be starting off the meetup on the bridge that goes right across the Lincoln Park Zoo. And then on day number 2, we are going to be playing in Naperville, Illinois. So I will be starting at the Bell Tower, right at the steps in front of the Bell Tower. So if you guys do want to come out to either of those locations, I hope to see you guys out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if there's anything in here that's not going to apply to you, please make sure to check the timestamps and skip over them. So let's start with the bonuses that are going to be for everybody. Lure modules activated will last 1 hour. Trainers will be able to enjoy field research themed around different habitat Pokemon. There will be no daily remote raid pass limit from Saturday, August 26th at 12 a.m. to Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So there were talks that there was going to be a 20 remote raid pass limit, but they have lifted that and made it a completely unrestricted remote raid weekend. So if you guys do want more remote raids and you want to check them out, you can check out the pinned comments below, jump into the Discord, or if you do need to get into those exclusive Patreon groups, you can check them out down in the pinned comments below. And then make sure to take snapshots during the event because you never know what's going to show up. Which then leads us to, if you bought the ticket in Pokemon Go, I always buy the ticket. I think it's more than worth it. So if you guys do want to experience a little bit more, you can do so. But at the same time, if your shiny rates are going to determine your happiness with the ticket, I suggest not doing it. But if you're more than happy with the bonuses, then I suggest doing so. Increased chance of countering shiny Pokemon. Up to 6 special trades can be made each day for a grand total of 12. Level up your Elite Collector medal by completing habitat-themed collection challenges. You get up to 9 free raid passes from spinning photo discs at gyms, and then there's going to be special 7-kilometer eggs. So for me, those bonuses in themselves are going to be worth it. But if they are not for you, please choose otherwise. And we're also going to be able to get Diancie from the research. Mega Rayquaza will be out. We will have Primal Groudon and Kyogre going down in raids. We're going to have amazing spawns. We have brand new shiny families that are coming into the game, including Goomy, East and West Shellos. We have Joltik, and then we also have Oranguru. And not only that, we have more things going down in this event. But let's start off with my top tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be focusing on your bag and what's going to be most important for you during this event. Number 1, clear out as many of these Pokemon as you possibly can from your bag because that is going to make this day so much more enjoyable because not only will you have a good amount of Pokemon to be able to catch during the day, you're also going to be able to have Pokemon to be able to save and trade for the XL candy. So that's very important, number 1. Number 2, Great and Ultra Balls are going to be your biggest friend. Reason being is because these are not treated as calm days, meaning if they are challenging to catch in the wild, they are going to be challenging to catch during Go Fest. They do not increase the catch chances. So I highly suggest you guys make sure to have as many Great and Ultra Balls as possible. I prefer to go in with at least 1,000 combination of the two. Not only that, guys, let's talk about the Golden Raspberries because there's Primal and Mega Raids that we're going to be focusing on. These raids do not give you a surplus of Golden Raspberries. What does that mean for you? That you're going to be depleting your Golden Raspberry stash each and every day that you do these raids because they don't give a surplus unless they change it, which I have not seen them do yet. Many times when I was playing against these Pokemon, Mega Rayquaza in London, Mega Rayquaza in New York City, I would get a few, maybe 1 or 2. Max I saw was 6, but majority of the time I was getting 2 Golden Raspberries. So if you go over 2 chances to catch it, which more than likely you will, guess what happens? We are going to deplete our Golden Raspberries, and we also want to use those Golden Raspberries to help catch us shinies at the same time. So you want to be very mindful of how many Golden Raspberries you have. As far as Pineapple Berries, I'm just not using Pineapple Berries anymore. I don't really find them very effective. I'd rather have the Mega Pokemon active and get the XL candy than focus on the candy, but I've also been playing for a very long period of time. So if you guys do want to use Pineapple Berries, please make sure to bring at least 300 and throw them at the appropriate Pokemon. The better choice is going to be Silver Pineapple Berries, but regular Pineapple Berries do work as well. And not only that, if you guys do have the capability to pay for items and things during this event, I highly suggest you guys do so. Reason being is it makes this event so much more enjoyable. Pokemon Go Wallet is free to play and you can get shinies and the like. At the same time, to maximize out on full efficiency, you're going to need incubators to be able to hatch some of those 7-kilometer eggs. Obviously, as we get closer to the day, I will test those theories these out and see if they are worth it, if I am able to. If not, I will put out some information on my Twitter about that. And let's also cover one more thing, and that's going to be what to wear during this Go Fest. So guys, it's August for most of us in the world, except for a few places. We're looking at the summertime. So what is going to be the most important thing to wear during summertime? I suggest, and I do, wear long sleeves. I have a hat. Usually I have a ball cap, and if I am wearing the ball cap, I'm going to put a shirt over my neck. While it is going to be hot and I do plan to stay hydrated, it is going to be the most effective way to not get burnt. I prefer not to come back with a massive farmer's tan from wearing a regular t-shirt. Even applying a ton of sunscreen, I still end up getting burnt because I sweat off the sunscreen and the likes. Not only that, I highly suggest you guys get something like Go Macro bars to be able to bring with you, and some electrolyte powder to put in your water to replenish from all the sweating that you're going to be doing. Have some good quality shoes and make sure to stay cool, protected, and have a lot of fun at the same time. And play in a downtown area, something like a downtown Chicago, downtown New York. You could be in a downtown local area such as Naperville, which is where I'm going to be playing on Sunday. Those places are going to help you play to the best of your abilities. They will have good grind spots. They're going to have a plentiful of Pokestops. They're going to have great quality gyms and more people to be able to play and celebrate Pokemon Go with, which is very important, which is then leads into the spawns and recommendations in tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be all about the spawn. So just remember, day 1, we have rotating habitats. Day 2, we do not have rotating habitats. We're going to have all the spawns available to us. So we're going to cover which Pokemon I would use during each time. I'm going to cover Megas, Meta-relevant Pokemon, and PvP IVs for all these things. The first stop is going to be the Quartz Terranium, and that's going to go from 10 to 11 and from 2 until 3. The Pokemon in here will be as follows: Quartz Crown Pikachu, Clefairy, Lickitung, Heracross, Miltank, Wurmple, Whismur, Skitty, Lovedisc, Shellos, Baneri, Audino, Foongus, and Morlul. So before we go any further, guys, the Foongus, the Morlul, as well as the Audino are going to be Stardust boosted Pokemon. So I suggest during these habitats, for 4 total hours, you put on star pieces for that entire time. Not only are you going to be catching these Pokemon, but every single time you see an Audino, a Morlul, as well as a Foongus, you're getting a boosted Stardust. This is the only habitat that really has this quantity of Stardust boost for catching Pokemon, so this is why I suggest you guys use your star pieces during these 2 hours. As far as this habitat, I'm going to suggest that you guys use Mega Lopunny. So usually I give you guys an overview of a Pokemon that will be the Mega, and while I will do that for day number 2, in day number 1, I suggest you guys switch up if you want to optimize out on XL Candy. So if you do have a Lopunny at Mega Level 3, I suggest you guys use Lopunny for this habitat here. Lopunny will be covering Heracross, and it will be coming Lickitung and other Pokemon that are normal types in this habitat, so it's going to be in your best interest. As far as meta-relevant Pokemon, we do have the Heracross, which eventually will have a Mega Heracross. That Pokemon is very valuable because of its dual typing, and it's a pretty strong Mega. Mega Lucario will beat it out, but it is still very effective here. But as far as PvP Pokemon go, we do have Lickitung in the Great League, rank 9. Remember, it does need Body Slam, which is going to be an elite charge TM move. 8, 14, 15 at level 50. Then we do have Licky in the Ultra League, rank 84 with Body Slam once again, which is a legacy move at 0, 14, 15. And I just want to remind you guys that in one of my other tips, we're going to talk about some moves that we can get for evolutions during this day. So don't go and start elite TMing a ton of stuff here, because there's going to be specific Pokemon that get elite TMable moves, which we're going to cover in the next tip. Then we have Ultra League Heracross rank 90, counter Rock Blast and Megahorn at a 0, 14, 13. Then we also have Miltank in the Ultra League rank 68 with Rollout, Body Slam, and Ice Beam, also covered by that Mega Lopunny. 4, 15, 15, you need 296 XL candies there. And obviously we do have Baneri for Mega Lopunny, but there are stronger Pokemon than this, so I wouldn't suggest going too crazy on powering up one of these. Which will then move us to the next habitat, which goes from 11 until 12, and also 3 until 4, which is going to be the Pyrite Sands. And just remember, each of these habitats is going to have a unique Pikachu with a different crown on its head. So you are going to have the potential to get 4 different shiny Pikachus out during this event. These Pokemon spawns are going to be as follows: Pyrite Crown Pikachu, Sandshrew, Alolan Diglett, Psyduck, Girafarig, Shuckle, Trapinch, Gibble, Hippopotas, Timber, Binacle, Helioptile, Grubbin. And in the Pyrite Sands, we're going to get the brand new shiny of the Joltik. So I really like this habitat because number 1, we have Gibble in there. Gibble is going to be a very meta relevant attacker. It's also going to be decent in PvP in the Garchomp, and then it does have a future Mega that's going to be a ground and a dragon Pokemon, something that would be very valuable for this habitat specifically, because that's what we need to boost the XL candy coming from this habitat. But then again, we also have the Timber in there. Conkeldurr is very meta relevant, and it's typically, for the most part, a paid locked Pokemon. So here PvP or getting it in the wild, I highly suggest you guys stack up on a lot of XL candy here. So that's why for me, I am going to stick with the Mega Lopunny through this habitat as well, strictly for the timber. Starting off, we are going to have Garchomp in the Master League, ranked 35 with the Earth Power Calm Day move. Then in the Master League, we're also going to get Conkeldurr, ranked 91 with Counter Dynamic Punch and Stone Edge. Just remember, you guys, these Master League Pokemon do require 296 XL candy to be the most effective. And as far as the meta-relevant Pokemon and the spawns, that's going to be it for this one, which then leads us to the next habitat, which will go from 12 until 1 and from 4 until 5, which is going to be the Malachite Wilderness. In this area, we're going to have as follows. We have the Caterpie, we have the Malachite Crown Pikachu, we have the Bellsprout, we have Scyther, Cowboy Hat Snorlax, we have Spinarak, Remoraid, Roselia, Snover, Cottony, Ferroseed, Stunfisk, brand new shiny Fomantis, and brand new shiny Oranguru. So as far as these Pokemon, obviously we have a very, very rare and fun Pokemon, which is going to be the Snorlax with the cowboy hat in the shiny form that has only been out really in Go Fest last year and raid battles, okay? So it really hasn't hit global wild spawns. So that one's going to be rare in itself, and it's a great gym defender. We do have the Scyther that does go into the Mega Scissor, okay? So Mega Scissor, not really the most relevant Pokemon overall, but it is a great dual-typed bug as well as steel type, so having that one at Mega Level 3 is important. And just remember, we have Fomantis and Oranguru that are going to be in here with the brand new shiny forms. But besides that, guys, there's more PvP Pokemon in here, nothing meta rate attacker. In the Great League, we do have the Obama Snow, ranked 47 in the Shadow, 84 in the non-Shadow with Powder Snow, Weather Ball, Ice, and Energy Ball. That's going to be a 0-15-15. Then in the Ultra League, we're going to have the Obama Snow, ranked 47 in XL Candy at level 50 at 3-15-14. Then in the Great League, we have Whimsicott, ranked 103 with Fairy Wind, Seed Bomb, and Moonblast at a 0-14-15. And then we're going to have Ferrothorn in the Great League at 105, Bullet Seed, Power Whip, and Thunder at a 0-13-13. And let's not forget about the Lurantis, which is a sleeper Pokemon here with Fury Cutter, Leaf Blade, and Superpower in the Great League, 0-15-15. Also for the Malachite Wilderness, we also have the Mega Obama Snow. That's a very good typing of grass as well as ice. So for this habitat, you could use the Mega Obama Snow. You could also stay with the Mega Lopunny if you want more XL candy for the Snorlax, but there are some pretty good Pokemon in here, such as the Obama Snow at level 50 for the XL candy, and then we also have the Lurantis as well. So if you guys want to optimize on the grass XL candy, I suggest you use the Mega Obama Snow, or if you're going to go into the next habitat and optimize a dragon Pokemon, what you could use is the Mega Sceptile because of the grass and the dragon combination, which then leads us into the next habitat, which is going to be the Aquamarine Shores. This one is going to go from 1 until 2 and 5 until 6 to end out the day. We do have the Beldum and the Bagon. So both of these Pokemon are budget counters in their respective Mega categories, and they're very powerful as shadow forms. So the Beldum is going to be having a future Mega that's not out yet. Salamence is going to be out already. So this is something that we are going to look forward to. These Pokemon are very valuable for the XL candy here. But as far as the Beldum and Bagon, I suggest you guys change up the Mega and use a Mega Latios or Latias. So you can use one of each, and then you can switch on the next round. So if you guys do listen to my tips and you're like, well, I don't want to Mega Evolve multiple of these and use all my Mega energy, okay? Well, if you guys have been listening to my tips, you would have multiple of every typing Mega Evolve to Mega Level 3. So when you do have Lopunny number 1 used, you should have Lopunny number 2 ready to be Mega Evolved. And then once you do have the Latios used, if you don't have another Latios ready to go, you can use a Latias because you have multiple of all of these typings Mega Evolved, so you can use them multiple times during a day, different ones, same typings, and not have to drain out your Mega energy. That's going to be the best place for you to be always. So that's my recommendation. That will cover Dragon and Psychic, which will cover Beldum. And as far as the spawns go, we're going to get Pikachu Aqua Marine Crown. We're going to get Horsey, Lapras, Marill, Wobbuffet, Carvanha, Barboach, Bagon, Beldum, Shellos, Westie, Woobat, Timpole, Goomy, and Marini. And in here, you're going to be getting the Shellos, brand new shiny, and then you're also going to be getting the Goomy. Very valuable, cool looking shiny at that. And let's not forget about the Mega Sharpedo in the future as well, but it does share the exact same typing as Mega Gyarados, so it's kind of not really super relevant. Cool Mega at that though. So as far as our Mega relevant PvP Pokemon, we have Lapras, 76 ranked, Ice Shard, Surf, and Ice Beam, double legacy moves there, level 42.5 at a 0-15-15. We do have Azumarill, ranked 34 with Bulble, Ice Beam, and Play Rough at a 0-15-15, 45.5 level. And we do in the Master League, we have the Metagross at rank 43. Then in rank 88, we're going to have Goodra in the Master League with Dragon Breath, Muddy Water, and Draco Meteor. In the Great League, we are also going to have Toxapex coming from Marini with Poison Jab, Brine, and Sludge Wave at a 0-15-15. And then in the Ultra League, it's ranked 78 with Counter Mud Bomb and Sludge Wave at level 46.5 at a 0-15-12. Okay, so there's a lot of really valuable spawns out there, guys. You heard my mega recommendations, and that can also change in the second day. So after day number 1, you should check over all these meta relevant Pokemon that I have mentioned, see which type of XL candy you want, and if you do want more XL candy for the Rayquaza, obviously choosing something that is going to benefit multiple things. There's multiple different types of dragons throughout the day. There's not really too many fire Pokemon, but the Charizard X is going to be dragon and fire. We also have the Sceptile, which is going to be grass and dragon, which works. And then also don't forget that we can use the combination of flying as well as any other Pokemon. So if you do want normal type Pokemon, you can use a Pidgeot out there. We do have Aerodactyl that's going to be flying and rock. My general recommendation, because I like the psychic Pokemon that are going to be out there, normal Pokemon are pretty good. I like the Timber that's going to be out there as well. For me, myself personally, more than likely I'll stick with Mega Lopunny for the entire day because of the Heracross and the Timber and a couple other of the normal spawns. But if you do want to switch over in the dragon, I suggest you guys check out either the Mega Sceptile for the dragon and the grass, or you can use the Latios, which is going to be dragon as well as psychic. That will cover the Beldum. That will also cover a lot of the other dragon Pokemon, including Gible. We are going to have Bagon and also Goomy. So that one is very valuable, and if you guys do need more XL candy, that's going to be there for the taking. So let's not forget that we do have spawns going on during this event that are coming from the incense if you have a ticket. So you're going to want to have the ticket, and that's going to include unknown spawns that are going to also be shiny potentials, and then also we have the brand new unknown M that was released during the Go Fest this year that is going to be shiny potential as well. Not only that, this is going to be where you're going to be attracting a lot of other rare spawns here. So during all of them, you will have the access to unknown A, D, I, M, N, and O. All of them have shiny potentials. During the Quartz Terranium, you will have the Hisuian Growlithe. During the Pyrite Sands, you will have the Pawniard with the shiny. During the Malachite Wilderness, you will have Carnivine. And then during Aquamarine Shores, you're going to be getting Pachirisu. So having Wild Pawniard is going to be an absolute win. And then Pachirisu has not been out in a global event since Go Fest 2000. I believe it was 18. Wow, this is incredible here. So very exciting stuff for us. So that's going to be all the spawns going down. Tip number 1. In tip number 2, just remember that on day 2, we're going to have all the spawns going down, so you're going to have to hustle as hard as you possibly can to get those spawns to come out, which is then going to take us into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be all about the movesets that are going to be on these Pokemon for evolutions here. During this event, Butterfree is going to be able to learn the fast move of Bug Bite. Sandslash will be able to evolve to learn the charged attack Night Slash. Clefable will be able to learn Pound as a fast attack. Flygon will be able to learn Earth Power. Salamence will be able to learn Outrage. Metagross will be able to learn Meteor Mash. Roserade will be able to learn Weather Ball, and Licky Licky will be able to learn Body Slam. So already talking through some of those movesets, there's already some very valuable Pokemon going in here because we have these move evolutions, including mainly Metagross, Salamence, and Licky Licky. But there's also great Pokemon in here that you can make sure to evolve. So those are going to be free moveset evolutions, so make sure to save a folder. Start throwing these Pokemon in there that you do want to evolve. Maybe you got a good IV Shiny Shadow Gible, Shiny Shadow Beldum, or Shiny Shadow Bagon, you want to evolve them. Or maybe you got a lucky trade from one of the first evolutions and you want to do that. If you put those all into a folder, set a calendar reminder, make sure at 2 p.m. you evolve all these Pokemon at lunch, and then you go ahead and do so. So make sure to do that and stay on top of it for you, which then leads to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be all about the raid battle priority. So we're going to have multiple raids going on during this event. In the 1-star raids, we're going to get all the Pikachus with the crowns, and then we're going to get Goomy. In 2-star raids, we're going to have them, yes, and it's going to be Carbon. In 3-star raids, we'll be getting Snorlax with the cowboy hat, and then in the 5-star raids, we will be getting ourselves Primal Groudon and Kyogre, and then on day number 2, we are going to be getting the Mega Rayquaza. Wow. These Pokemon are extremely effective because all 3 of them are going to cover 3 Mega boosts when they are at Mega level 3, or really in general, but at level 3, you're going to get the highest rate of boost. So Groudon will cover all sunny weather boosts, Kyogre will cover all rainy weather boosts, and then we're going to have Rayquaza that will cover all windy weather boosts. All 3 of them have 3 typings. I suggest you guys only raid here if you are okay that if you don't get these shiny, you are going to be okay with these Pokemon. Like if you're after all these Pikachu, yes, maybe they will have shiny odds, but at the same time, if you're going to be disappointed if you don't get shinies, I would suggest not doing so. Obviously, same goes for Goomy, and same goes for the Snorlax with the cowboy hat, and obviously the Megas and Primals main focus is going to be getting energy. Okay, so if you guys do need any of those Pokemon counter guides, check them out up here. That playlist will have both of them in there, from the Rayquaza to the Groudon and the Kyogre that I just released. So make sure to take account of those, and then let's get into tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be all about the research. Okay, so don't forget that we are going to be getting Diancie coming from the research. The 100% IV for Diancie is going to be $11.71. Okay, so that's going to be coming in there. We're also going to get Mega Diancie as well. So every single time that you see a field research task that's going to get you a carb bank, it's going to, every time you catch it, should be getting you 1 Mega Diancie energy if holds true from what is out there right now from the previous Go Fests. And then also there should be field research quests that get you 25 per pop for all of this Diancie Mega Energy. And there's also going to be timed research going down that's going to be in the rough. Play with your buddy 5 times for an incense, open 5 gifts for 10 ultra balls, make 10 great throws for 500 stardust, power up 10 rock or fairy type for an onyx encounter, catch 25 species of Pokemon for a lucky egg. Then we're going to get 3 silver pineapple berries, a carb bank encounter, and 3000 XP. There's also going to be the shimmering strides research if I am taking this appropriately from Leak Duck. Explore 1 kilometer for a super incubator, hatch 2 eggs for an execute, spin 10 Pokestops or gyms for 500 Stardust, complete 5 field research tasks for a Poffin, earth 3 candies walking with your buddy for a rocket radar, and then we're gonna get 3 golden raspberries, Carbank shoes, and 3000 XP. And the Carbank research is gonna be 628 for the 100% IV coming from it. So not only that, guys, at the end of the day, I highly suggest you guys do all of your trades each and every day. Even if you don't have any special trades or lucky trades lined up, just make sure to find somebody that you're best friends with and swap some type of shiny. Doesn't matter what it is, get those trades done. Even if you're just trading legendaries for XL candy, get the 6 done every day. That's going to be most effective. You can do the legendaries or the lucky trades and get all those out of the way. That will be the most effective, as I will be doing with a lot of people in Naperville that I am lucky friends with. And not only that, make sure to trade away as many Pokemon as you possibly can. You get 100 trades each and every day, so you can cap those out, trade those Pokemon away, get that extra XL candy, and then move on and start cleaning out your bag for day number 2 when you have Saturday done with. And make sure to reference this video for some of those Pokemon that you do need for PvP. Write down those IVs and check back. Or you guys can also use the screenshots, go to PokeGenie app and see what the rankings are, but I have given you a good list to keep in your memory bank of what are some of those high priority PvP Pokemon in Pokemon Go. And don't forget to get an ample amount of rest, rehydrate, eat some good quality organic food to be able to get the nutrition that you need to go on for day number 2. Don't forget to make sure to wear good shoes, stay covered, be in a good downtown area, and take as much water as possible. And I highly suggest you guys have some type of electrolytes. And no, I'm not recommending Powerade or Gatorade because that has got a bunch of chemicals with artificial sugar in there. You do not want that. You want to go to maybe Whole Foods and get some type of package. You can also use some Himalayan sea salt and put a little bit of that in your tongue and drink that with some water, or you can also just use an electrolyte powder. So that's what's going to do everything you need to help you max out on Pokemon Go Fest Global 2023. So thank you guys for being here as always. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody take your support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.